What's going on, brother? Okay, so you're in a pretty good spot right now. Like historically, there's always been quite a bit of a shallow move, and I'll get into that, but that is a lot less now. Now you've got, this is kind of a setup tendency that you've got, hands are a little bit inside shoulder line. If anything, that helps you to create a bit more angle in the early backswing to get the club more in front of the hands. Okay, so a bit more of like an early set, early hinge. That gets the golf club working more vertical in through this mid backswing. Like what we're looking to see here at this point is we always want to have the golf club inside the ball. Okay, so you're very much so in that pattern. As you then transition, there used to be a lot more shallowing. Okay, so I like how you're getting the golf club coming down on that trail elbow plane. And effectively from here, all we want to make sure of is that as you're going through, to control the face as good as possible, a lot of that's going to be like what happens with the arms and like specifically what happens with the trail arm. So the trail elbow is going to go from a state of bend or flexion to more of an extended state as we are like releasing the energy that we've stored up, because obviously as we swung back, we've softened that elbow, we've let it flex. That's helped us to load the golf club. But as we go through, we're going to get rid of all that speed. As we get rid of that speed, what we want to make sure of is that the arm doesn't go too far away from you. Okay, so if the arm goes away from you, that's this shoulder rotating internally. Not that that term matters, but that rotation is going to rotate the club face a lot. Okay, it's like the more that elbow goes that way off the body, the more sort of spacing that we see in through here, through trail, arm, and the side of your body, the more likely the face is going to be to shut down. Okay, so those would be the ones that you might try to cut, and the club face just comes through a little bit too strong. So the better that you're able to keep that trail arm in contact with left side of body, okay, so whether that's like the thought of glove underneath armpit, whether that's the thought of you being able to have that arm feeling like it's closer to your body on the way through. Like there's a million different ways that you could think of it, but really the objective would be is that as the arm extends, we want it to be closer to the body. So if you look at like stuff that you've done in the past, okay, so whether that's you working on swinging under an alignment stick, okay, whether that's you working with a towel under the armpits, a glove underneath trail armpit, tee underneath trail armpit, you get the idea. Like arm connection stuff is really healthy. Now, what we want is we want to be accepting of the fact that it is good, okay, it's good for the arms to extend. We just want them to extend underneath, as much as possible, like underneath our torso instead of like out in front of our torso this way, okay? Obviously, the further that your hands exit to the left, the more problems you're gonna have with the face. Okay, so I like the fact that the exit is low. Okay, so this exit's like mid-torso. That's going to be favorable for you. Like this to me looks like this would be kind of more of your baby cut pattern, okay? Because obviously the golf club's coming down just basically through the center of that left elbow plane. Right hip's getting out of the way really well. If anything, you can still do a little bit of work with keeping the trail armpit nice and strong to the body. Okay, so again, that's kind of utilizing any of those feels, whether it's like glove underneath the armpit, tee underneath the armpit, those are going to help you. The feeling, I've given guys before the feeling of like pressing the arms down. So you think of where you are at setup here. Like the arms are very much in a downward, okay, wrong tool, okay, downward pressured situation. The more that you can feel through the golf ball that you have low hands, like arms are pressing down, that's going to keep the handle working more in, okay? So pressure down through the arms will typically get your hands to exit lower, okay? As soon as you start to lose a little bit of that pressure, the arms start to swing more away from you, and that's when we start to lose the golf club, lose control of the face. So like I'm saying, like for the most part, man, this is really good. I'd say that where you got things traveling, okay, where that downswing's coming in from, this is going to allow you to hit a lot more neutral shots, okay? Not that that's like your sole objective. I think that the major thing for you is always being able to hit a cut and not having to just like fan the face a gazillion degrees open just to hit a cut. Like being able to do more of it with path, I would say is probably going to be a huge asset to you. I think you can always like aim left, throw the hands out left, and deliver a shut face. I don't think that you're ever going to lose that shot, but it's more the ability to hit cuts on command and like manage face when you hit cuts, not having, because what's going to happen if you're too much under, if you're too under and you're trying to hit cuts, you're just going to like sort of block it out left and struggle to actually control ball flight. So this in terms of like where the club's coming in from, I'd say is really good. What we just want to ensure is that you don't lose that left arm from the body. Okay, so keep the pressure in the armpit. Potentially what I was just saying in terms of like downward pressure through the arms, like downward through the arms, low hands, always helpful. Last thing I'll say, which is directly related to that, but just another way of thinking of it, is the more that you feel as though the heel of the golf club is down. So if you take the golf club at address, okay, and let's just say that you push your hands down, that's going to make the club sit to what looks like super toe up. Okay, heel down, toe up. The more that you feel through the divot that you're heel down, toe up, the lower the hands will be. The lower the hands will be, the more you're going to exit like low right, which again, that's going to be the more favorable exit for your more neutral to maybe cut shots. Okay, let me know, man, if you got any questions on that, and we'll catch up soon.